Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. For some months now, the SNP and its various members have declined to comment on all the investigations going on around the finances. They say, it's an ongoing investigation, or it would be contempt of court, or other totally made up reasons to not actually tell the truth, be open and accountable. They always claim they want to be open and transparent, and yet are hiding behind lies in order to effectively say nothing and keep the secrecy going because they daren't say anything. Well, now you have a senior policeman come out and say, actually, no, there's nothing stopping you. There is no contempt of court. There is no reason whatsoever why you cannot explain what's going on. And so they've got nowhere to hide now. It is quite clear that the only reason they're not speaking is because they damn well don't want to, despite saying they want openness and transparency. Oh gosh, colour me surprised. Let's have a look at this article and see what's going on and why they should be opening up and spilling the beans. So, Nicola Sturgeon, free to answer questions on SNP Finance's investigation, says ex-police union boss. Callum Steele said the Contempt of Court Act did not prohibit the former SNP leader from telling the public what she knew and when, but she's going to hide behind it and continue to hide behind it because she dare not tell the truth, because the truth would make her so liable. She would be doing 20 years if she told the total truth, I'm sure of it. And there she is in that picture where she's hiding. That unnatural stance with the hand in the pocket continually throughout the entire sort of questioning session there. Nobody stands like that by accident. That was deliberate so that people couldn't see her hands. She could have just put a pair of gloves on or just put the ring back on, because that ring is not on that hand. And it made her look awkward and untrustworthy. So no change there then. Anyway, Nicola Sturgeon is free to answer questions from the media on an investigation into SNP finances, a former police union boss has claimed. Senior nationalists have regularly cited the Contempt of Court Act when asked about Operation Branch Form in recent weeks, insisting they're unable to comment on a live police investigation, which it turns out is complete and utter bullshit. But Callum Steele, the former head of the Scottish Police Federation, said there was no legal prohibition on the former First Minister answering questions on what she knew and when. He said commentary on the case had continued in the press and on social media, much to the annoyance of SNP loyalists, who believe the contempt of court rules should have shut it down. But it isn't, because it isn't contempt of court. They haven't put it in front of a court yet. No one has gone to court. It is free and open, and most of it is already in the public domain, and therefore it can be discussed. The only people who don't want to discuss it, of course, are those who are hiding facts, who are involved at the highest level, and who are really, really scared of having to go to jail. And this is how serious it is. Detectives are examining how hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of donations to the SNP have been spent. And then there's some stuff about Murrell being arrested. Anyway, getting past that bit, we go in here. The arrests of Peter Murrell and Colin Beattie provoked a predictable chorus that the matter was active as far as the Contempt of Court Act 1981 was concerned, and that caution should be exercised in discussing the events in the public arena. Steele wrote in The Times. He said, to the annoyance of the SNP loyalists, these warnings have clearly had a limited impact, as press, public and political commentary has followed relatively unabated and uncontrolled. It is all out there. There is no stopping it now. The beast has been released. Steele, who stood down from the Scottish Police Federation last year, added, if the warnings relate to the public profile of the potential suspects and the relationship with the former First Minister, I have a problem with that. Thousands of people find themselves before our courts each year. Almost without exception, they have been talked about, speculated about, and even maligned in their own communities a long time before any sheriff has passed judgment. Why should the powerful have a shield denied to the masses? Because they are powerful, they are the elite, they consider themselves better than us. They demand that protection. We demand answers. We demand that the likes of Nicola Sturgeon, Peter Murrell, Beattie, Oswald, the lot of them, the stinking pile of filth and corruption, be made to be publicly accountable, to answer the questions, and to show them up for what they are: lying, secretive, conniving bastards. They all are. They're buying all these things: expensive pens, jewellery, motorhomes, all at money that they took under false pretences. It is a massive fraudulent exercise in extracting money illegally from the party members. And it's very important to remember this story, because I'm about to do another story about Humza Yousaf. And it's not directly linked to this, but that money that came from those party members that has been fraudulently obtained and then spent on whatever frivolities the leadership wanted to spend it on, because they're unaccountable and the rules don't apply to them. Well, wait until you see the next story. But this is absolutely true. These people need to answer these questions. They need to be held accountable. And no more, never again, shall they be allowed to hide behind, oh, we don't talk about an ongoing an ongoing police investigation. We know it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit. They are accountable. They must answer the questions. After all, they pride themselves on being open and transparent. Let's see how true they are to their word. Anyway, let's round off and come up. So it makes you wonder, what excuse are they going to come up with next for not telling the truth? Oh, I've got a bit of a sore throat, I can't answer the question. Or, oh, I've entered into an NDA with a newspaper I'm selling my story to. Or some other bullshit like that. Because they daren't. The truth is, they daren't speak. They dare not tell the truth. Because they know if they were anywhere near the truth, it would be written down and used in evidence against them. They'd end up doing 20 years in prison, because they're all damn crooks, every last one of them. They daren't. They just can't tell the truth. Apart from, actually, they psychologically can't tell the truth either, because they're all sort of psychologically incapable of it. The truth has been an alien thing to them. Their whole lives have been secrecy and subversion and putting a veil over everything. They just don't know how to tell the truth. And that's how we've got to deal with them. Contemptuous little insects that won't, the only way you get the truth out of them is put them on a rack and screw things into them. And even then, some of them probably wouldn't. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for future notification of future output. And indeed, if you are a regular viewer and you haven't yet subscribed, do please subscribe, because it does help push the channel. It helps get the message out there, and it does keep us pushing out to make sure that every single one of these bastards is held to account. Anyway, do please leave a like as well. That really helps. And until next time, stay safe, stay well. Never trust them, but try and hold them to account. We must hold them to account. And goodbye.